Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Bringing it out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Trying play action. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 15. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. He leaves it with his back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, BYU!
We know a lot of offenses like to strip their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
He'll start the return inside the spot. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right. But don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and you never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that. But they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition and build some of that tradition in the SEC.
Trying to beat him to the left. Oh, he's got some space. 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
Third and long, try to convert through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On 4th down, going to the air. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. Defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's reeled in. It's carry-on. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag?
Going over the top. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Got a man. It's Scott. And some room to work. Off to the races to the right. They trip him up, but not before he has a huge gain and sends a bolt of momentum into the second quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cougars.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Sooner offense returns to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like,
goes on the Jets. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Off play action. Finds his tight end. Quick step and go. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. BYU lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at it.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Got it looking for a first. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Defense might bring the house here. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Cougars have it with a first and goal. Looking for a crease. It's Prescott. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll go to the toss. Turning it on. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Still on his feet at the 45. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Starts to scramble to the left. Unleashes one deep. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
The Sooners need to pick it up on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Scott.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. BYU right back to the line. They'll leave it with the lone back. Open space at the 25. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
And the ground game comes through for this offense just in the nick of time. Clock ticking down in the 1st half. They punch it in and a chance to tie this football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll toss it to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to get the corner. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's complete to the left. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a figuring out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Complete in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. And you think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that
got it inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Carrion. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A little screen to the running back. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end.
Most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Prescott. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. He's going for it all. He's got
Bro, niggas on that cheating ass shit.
They get him down on the play, and this
Alright.
big-armed sophomore's not afraid to show off the gun. BYU lines up quickly. From the gun. Give on the inside. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Cougars have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Touchdown, BYU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident.
Yeah, bro, I gotta swap this nigga out of my safety spot, bro. This nigga's getting fucking cooked. Alright.
Featuring this guy, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out there,
Reggie
and
fucking
boy, did that
Powers,
last
man.
drive
Get the fuck
quiet
out of
this crowd. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got them on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Oh,
And
I
the
missed
incomplete
that.
pass will bring up 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throwing right. He's got it. 1st down and more. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
To the air on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch on the back. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Coming out with it, it's Prescott. He's got great speed. Gets it out to the 33 before he goes out of bounds. Inside give. Crosses the 45. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back.
On the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. And, you know, they have to be.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. Hard-hitting tackle.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the 1st down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the 4th quarter on 4th and goal. Go straight ahead. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach, and that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, did. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll knock him down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things. Like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. One more play to pad the stats. These corners going to give them some space. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck zero, and the ball game is over. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.